Loch Ness Monster on holiday. Don't know what it is out there. Something floating around. Not as rough as I thought it would be. There's loads of sort of particles of sea salt in the air. You can smell it. Amazing. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. That's the sea foam. Really weird stuff. There's probably going to be a lot more further out. I think it's where all the sea puffs itself up, and it gets all mixed that and adds to itself. That's the worst explanation ever, but it's quite funny, wasn't it? I'm still half asleep. One really interesting thing about this storm is the tide level itself is actually at a high tide mark, but it's actually probably a metre or so higher than it should be. It's actually we call them the dead tides this week, where they don't rise and fall very much. But it's actually come up really, really far. I think luckily for the locals it's not going to flood this weekend, because with this storm coming it will push the seas right up. You can imagine this another 2 metres higher than this. It'd be incredible, it'd flood everywhere. So we're very, very fortunate. As you can see the sun is breaking through there on the horizon. Amazing sight. So we're going to keep going out. I can actually just caught a glimpse of orange there on the horizon. There. That could be a nice buoy. So we could sell that on eBay later. So the tide's still got... the tide has still got a little while to come in yet. So if I do make it out there, I think I'm going to be stuck out there for maybe an hour or two, which is no problem really. It might make quite a fun mission trying to get back. It looks like it's calmed down a bit now. That was quite a big wave then. So we're going to go up that way again. I'm going to make a run for it now while it's still calm. The epic Indiana Jones style leap across the cove, just back there. I think I'm stuck out here now for a while. The tide's due in about 40 minutes, so work it either way, 40 minutes. But if I stay out an hour and a half, I'll be able to get back. So there's plenty of stuff to do. I'm just watching my feet, it's very, very slippery here. Last night's film, I'm going to stop because I'm going to fall over. Last night's film was I Spit on Your Grave, which I was confused as to what it could. Obviously I knew what it means, but I didn't know what was going to happen in the films. We never read up on the films anyway, so we just watched them. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised actually. It was yeah, it was a good film. It was a good sort of revenge film. That's all, as far as I'll say. But there's some really gory bits in there. Sort of not major stomach churning moments, but it was very, very good. They're recommended, and they just released a second one, so I think we're due to watch that possibly soon in the near future. But yeah, very good film. We're going to carry on now. I'm going to pan around. So that's where we're heading out there, out to the island. So you can see the sun is coming out, look, nicely on the horizon there. What the sea is going to be like round the back there is either be really sheltered or really rough. But I do like it rough. And on that note, we'll come back when I'm round there. That's a long way down. These rocks are really slippery. Hope you guys appreciate my, no, I'm only kidding, my early morning escapades. I'll do it anyway, even if you weren't watching me. But I feel the hills have eyes around here, so you could be anywhere up there. Anyway, I'm nearly there now. Just got to go around that bit and across there, and we're at the island. That's a disappointment. That's what we saw from all that distance away. It's like a big tongue, or a Yeti footprint actually, look. Yeah, it's a Yeti footprint. My foot's 12 inches. Yeah, you wouldn't want to mess with a Yeti, that's for sure. Kick your ass. Made it to the halfway point. As you can see, the sea has really pushed the sediment up. It creates like a mound this time of year. It does seem a bit calmer here, so we'll go around, look around the corner and see if it is any better out this way. So much seaweed been washed up, amazing. Wow, that looks an amazing shot. I hope it comes out as good as I can see it on in real life here. Absolutely stunning. Crikey. I don't know if you heard that booming noise then. That was the waves hitting the rock around the corner. That's how I pan around. There's a patch of the dreaded sea foam. God, I have to really shout today because it's so loud down here. It's amazing. Like being at a concert. Every so often a massive wave comes down here and smashes these rocks. That was a bit pathetic. There was a bigger one a second ago. I'll try and get out the back. What I really want to do is go in the middle of that sea foam. There's a big wave, look. Flipping heck. Okay, just about to go in. Wish me luck, gang. It's a rough one today. But we'll get through it. Honest. You probably can't hear me talking, but it's really, really rough. It's incredible. Every minute or two, there's a massive wave comes along. But if you look down, you can see there's no visibility at all. It's really churned everything up. But I can't even imagine what it would be like in well, a couple of days' time, because that's when the storm was supposed to hit. But this is calm. This is obviously the sea from where the storm's coming from. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, I'm getting a bit close to this rock. You can see the power of it when it hits the shore, look. Absolutely amazing. You probably can't hear it, but it booms. You can actually feel it in the water. And that's the sea foam. I'm going to put you back on my head like a head cam, and we'll go and have a look at the foam. Absolutely stinks. It smells of warm seaweed. It's very, very strange. Yeah, very, very weird. It's quite warm actually. It feels warm to be in. That was weird. It did actually start to rain a second ago. Wow, look at this one. foam's following us. ET phone home. Foam home. Impression time. There's no waves at all. Okay, so that was that. Spookily, the weather's really calmed down now. There's not many big waves anymore. So the next stage for me is to head back. I'm gonna get something to eat this week before I got on the bike. So I did 30 miles last week without eating anything. Me and Holly had a right laugh about it. All I'd eaten was cream cakes and half a bottle of red wine, and I rode 30 miles on my bike and did all my training, and I wondered why I felt hungry. Anyway, I'm heading back now this way. Looks like a fun route, doesn't it? So I'm gonna probably end up putting the camera back in the bag because the rocks are really slippery. So right, I'll put a link up on here now, and we can see what I got up to on my bike ride, because that should be fun later on. God knows what's going to happen. Alright, over and out.